what happened to Jimin? That question echoed endlessly across the internet, becoming a global trending topic within minutes after shocking news spread among BTS fans. Park Jimin, a BTS member known for his dedication and perfectionism, was reported to be in a worrying physical condition during his military service in the 5th Division. Amid the silence that shrouds the military activities of K-pop idols, the breaking of this news startled the public and sparked deep anxiety. But even more surprising was not just his condition, but the extraordinary decision he made and the touching response from his closest companion, Jungkook. Being on the front line of military training is no easy feat, especially for someone with an artistic background. But Jimin, who has long proven he is more than just a stage star, refused to be an exception. In the high-intensity endurance training conducted earlier this month, eyewitnesses from inside the 5th Division stated that Jimin appeared to push himself beyond normal limits. While fellow soldiers began to slow down, he kept going as if trying to prove something to someone unknown. Eventually, his condition drastically deteriorated. He had to be stopped by the field trainer after his body could no longer endure and showed signs of extreme exhaustion. That moment, according to an unofficial report from a soldier, occurred in a chilling silence. No one said a word. We knew he wouldn't stop unless his body forced him to. And that's exactly what happened, said the anonymous source. The news spread rapidly, sparking immense concern among ARMY, the name for BTS fans. Was this a danger sign for Jimin? Would he be pulled from training? Could this mark the end of his military journey? Question after question arose, but the answer came from Jimin himself, in an official statement recorded by the military and distributed in limited circles. Jimin asserted, "I'm not asking for special treatment. I just need a moment, but I'll be back stronger." That short yet meaningful sentence moved many hearts. Amid pressure and pain, he chose to remain standing. However, what truly brought millions of ARMY to tears was what Jungkook did. In a situation where every minute of training matters, Jungkook decided to pause momentarily to ensure Jimin's condition. He stayed beside Jimin from the moment his Hyung weakened. He brought him water, helped him walk, even sat next to Jimin's resting spot throughout the first night after the incident. "I won't let him feel alone," said Jungkook, according to a military trainer who witnessed their interaction. He said, "I'm here, Hyung. We're strong together, right?" And in that moment, we all knew their brotherhood wasn't just a camera gimmick. This emotional response flooded the ARMY community. Hashtags like #GetWellSoonJimin and #JungkookProtectsJimin trended globally. Several reaction videos compiling their past moments, intercut with military quotes from Jungkook and Jimin, left many fans in tears. Beyond that, the global ARMY community launched various solidarity projects, from donations for military veterans, mental health campaigns, to sending thousands of support letters to the 5th Division headquarters with official permission. One letter from a fan in Brazil even read, "If Jimin is strong enough to stand, then we are strong enough to wait." But a larger question arose. Will this have long-term effects on Jimin? His physical condition may recover, but mental pressure, public expectations, and the harshness of military training are not trivial matters. Not even for someone as strong as him. A training officer stated that Jimin refused to be given lighter duties after the incident. Instead, he returned earlier than expected and immediately showed remarkable progress. Not only did he participate in full training normally, Jimin also began leading a small unit in several tactical sessions. He came back not as BTS's Jimin, but as a field leader. "That surprised us all," said the trainer. Meanwhile, Jungkook also displayed outstanding performance. In the combined inter-division endurance test, he was ranked in the top 3 soldiers with the highest scores. Not only physically, but in terms of strategy and tactical execution speed, Jungkook received high praise from his superiors. Most striking, according to internal reports, was the shift in their dynamic from 2 global idols to 2 genuine soldiers. No cameras, no spotlight, just discipline, fatigue, and brotherhood. And in that condition, Their true personalities shone brighter than ever. Trainers even acknowledged that the two are perfect examples that fame does not make one weak. We didn't treat them like celebrities, and they didn't ask to be treated that way. They came as young Korean men and acted like true soldiers. Even more intriguing, rumors circulated that before their departure, Jimin and Jungkook had prepared a secret music project to be released during their service. Sources within the industry mentioned that recordings had been completed, including a song said to be written specifically for ARMY, carrying messages of hope and their promise to return. Will it be a surprise gift? Or perhaps a final message before they fully immerse in military life for 2 years? No one knows for sure. But what's clear is that the fans' love has not diminished. If anything, it has grown with deeper respect. The incident Jimin experienced not only opened the public's eyes to the harsh military reality for idols, but also reaffirmed who he truly is. A fighter, a true friend, an artist who never wants to leave the stage, even if that stage is now a muddy field drenched in sweat. And Jungkook, as a silent witness and protector, showed that genuine care needs no cameras or spotlight. Just presence, just action, just simple words that shook the world. I'm here, Hyung. What happens next remains a mystery. But one thing is certain, the world now sees BTS not just as a music group. They are symbols of spirit, courage, and perseverance. Even when the stage turns into a training ground, Jimin may have fallen, but now he rises. And with Jungkook, he proves that even on the battlefield, love and music still live. Amid the wave of empathy, support, and tears from millions of fans around the world, one important question must not be ignored. Did all this really happen? Or are we witnessing a carefully crafted narrative designed to stir emotions and draw massive public attention? Reports of Jimin's deteriorating condition during military training and Jungkook's heroic act as an emotional pillar for his friend have indeed touched many hearts. But in an era of disinformation and digital content explosion, we must ask, behind every touching narrative, is there complete truth? Or are we seeing fragments of reality shaped for certain interests? Sources regarding this story mostly originate from platforms like TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and some entertainment news portals. However, it's important to note that not a single official confirmation has been made by the South Korean military or BTS's agency, HYB Corporation, that the incident of Jimin's extreme fatigue occurred as reported. This is the critical point for us as information consumers. Do we accept and interpret this narrative as truth simply because it touches our emotions? Or can we remain skeptical, examine, verify, and refrain from spreading news before its authenticity is proven? When we read that Jimin pushed himself until he collapsed, or that Jungkook stopped his training to accompany Jimin, it's easy to be swept into a dramatic storyline. But let's ask, is there direct documentation supporting these claims? Who are the witnesses? Can they be verified? Or are they just from vague, anonymous sources with unclear identities and credibility? Anonymous sources are often used in journalism, especially in military or political news. But in entertainment, where narratives can easily be manipulated to shape public perception, the use of anonymous sources should make us more cautious, not a justification for blind belief. It's also crucial to question the pattern of information distribution. Why did this news first spread from short-form video platforms or fan community forums? Why didn't it emerge from South Korean national media or official HYB statements? Does this suggest that the news was created by the fan community itself, driven by longing, love, and fear of loss, more than by factual data? Then, more dramatic narrative fragments surfaced. Jimin returned to training earlier than scheduled. Jungkook was among the top 3 soldiers. They're preparing a secret project for ARMY. Each of these pieces sounds perfect, too perfect not to raise suspicion. Is this an ideal narrative that truly happened? Or just a reconstruction of hope written by a community longing for their idols? We're not outright saying it's all fake. But now is the time to pause and ask, are we being shown reality or fiction disguised as fact? As digital information consumers living in the post-truth era, where emotions often outweigh facts, we must sharpen our thinking tools. We must distinguish between news and emotional narratives. We must recognize bias, especially when news comes from spaces filled with massive hopes and emotions. Is it possible this story developed simply because we, the fans, wanted it to happen? Could it be that the fandom community is creating its own reality as a way to cope during BTS's hiatus? If Jimin truly experienced a dangerous condition, then of course, attention and support are needed. But if this is a distortion of facts born from rumors and emotional expectations, then we've all become part of spreading unaccountable information. This is a call to all of us, especially ARMY and digital entertainment media consumers. Don't be passive. Be critical thinkers. Question everything.